why they can be afraid.
That's a really interesting term. Everybody wants to know. My name is Fafa, I'm from France.
My name is Mia.
My name is Michael, also from France.
How Frenchies think about Japanese women? So how you think about a Japanese woman's character?
Interesting.
Oh.
I mean, they are kind, they are smiling always, but the thing that I realize is that sometimes I can't have a proper conversation with them because maybe I'm sure. First, because everybody is different, and the culture play a role too. The culture plays a role. I mean, tatemae honne.
Oh.
It plays a little bit with Japanese character.
So tatemae to honne means like tatemae is social status and honne is like private opinion. You see like Japanese women like use it in like some situation. Yeah.
Exactly. When people talk to you, there's some of them looking for something different because you're foreigner, you don't have the Japanese culture. Maybe you understand, but you're different. So they're waiting for something different. Of course, it's the same with French people when they're talking to a foreigner, they're looking for something different, you know? A culture, a different culture, different way to think.
Different.
Of course, you know. So when I'm talking with a Japanese woman, I realized that, well, first of all, we have a futsu conversation, normal conversation. What do you like? Why Japan? And depending of people, you got two kind of people. One, you only got tatemae. Yes, and you can have a proper conversation or deep conversation. Or sometimes you can find people who understand that you have a different culture. You understand that Japanese also have a different culture. You get more closer that they use honne to you, so they can explain themselves correctly to you and don't use a filter when they're talking to you. Because in France we have the liberty of expression, right?
Yeah.
So we used to say what we think directly. It doesn't matter if you know each other or not. And how can I? Sometimes we're a little bit mean because the limit with expression, freedom of expression, and being mean, it's a little bit, how can I say, giri. So I understand. So it's the same in Japan. The same. Sometimes they use a lot of honne, so you can't have it. The character, you can't understand the character of the people who you're talking to, and sometimes there's so much honest that there's mean for what we don't know, just because the limit is close, you know. So I don't know in conclusion what I think about woman character.
Okay, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, if you're talking to someone who talking without filter, you can have a good relationship if you meet someone if you meet a good person.
Can be more closer.
Exactly. And when you met someone without a good character, just skip. Everyone just skip. You know?
I think tatemae can be a really good thing to don't have any problem with someone.
Exactly.
I have a problem with you, and I don't tell you I have a problem. I just tatemae. Zen daijoubu. And just keep things good. But the problem is still here. And for me, this is a problem. So you don't make a solution for the problem, you just escape the problem.
Just to avoid
the
problem or conflict. We Japanese hate making a conflict. I
think we can find a solution without conflict. Just speaking about, when you do like this, it's a problem because Just speaking. I think it's a way to find solution. But just say, there is no problem. Yes, there is.
If there is still problem.
So if you just travel in Japan, like you come 1 week, 2 weeks, or nandemo, okay, tatemae zenzen daijoubu. You can, because you don't have to spend a lot of time with the same people. So if you just come visit and go back, tatemae zenzen daijoubu. Maybe that's why everybody who come in Japan say, everybody's smiling, everybody's so cool, everybody. Of course, you just stay 1 week. But when you live in Japan and when you spend a lot of time with the same people, of course there will be conflict. Of course you have to find solution. But if you never try to find it, just no problem, still problem. So that's why I think tatemae can be a good and bad thing.
Yeah.
Depend on situation.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah.
I want to take this Japanese kid to take it and bring it to France and take those friends.
Freedom.
Yeah, like, so I was staying in France, like I talk like more like straight. I do not use so much of tatemae, the social status, but like after I came back from France to Japan, like I talk like when I was in France, I didn't use so much the tatemae. Just like many Japanese, oh Mio, you are so talking too much. I'm like, you are so because oh my god, like okay, this is Japan, like
you're so French.
Yeah.
That's why I think if you want to have honest conversation with Japanese people, it's easier to have it with someone who already traveled outside of Japan. Usually, people I met, when they go outside of Japan, they have a different way to think, and when they come back to Japan, it's easier to have honest conversation with them.
Yeah.
And the question is about girls, not about Japan, so there is a difference between boy and girl.
Yeah, not bad.
How you guys think about the behaviors or gestures?
Okay, you remind me something. When you make an interview, 面接のルールは、男はそれ、女はそれ。So there is difference. When you make interview, you have to do like this if you're a woman, and you have to do like this if you're a man. So, for example, the legs have to be really, I don't know how to say, vraiment très serré. Really close, okay? And you have a gesture and you have a lot of things. And this is for interview, but I think also in everyday life you have some social rules again because we are in Japan,
rules.
and you have more pressure. Maybe if you are a woman, like when you are a woman in Japan, you have to speak like this and you have to do this kind of posture. And when you are a boy, if you're like this, he's a boy, it's okay. But if you see a woman like this, yabai, onanoko honto?
Yeah. It looks kind of savage. She's like, it's not looks polite. Yeah, exactly.
She's just comfortable, but it's not polite.
Yeah.
かわいそうね。
Exactly, 確かに。
So this is what I think. I think you have less freedom when you are a woman in Japan because of your gesture or the way you have to speak. If you say something little bit straight or little bit, they feel you're wrong because you're a woman.
Yeah.
And I think this is really bad.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of lazy and like I feel so like tight. How to say? Like too much.
I mean, what about me? It's depending. I mean, if you rock, I mean, doesn't matter where you live. Women are more. I mean, if you put a woman in a front desk, you're gonna have more sales than a man in a front desk because I don't know why this is how it is world, you know. And when I came in Japan, the first time I came in Japan, I was like, I really appreciate how people, especially women, welcomed me at the airport like this, straight. I was like, damn, it's totally different than my country. There's trends, that smells good, they're polite, they're smiling, they're beautiful, the makeup also. There was like, I wanted to say perfect, like this, polite. So when I asked them, why can I take the bus? She was like this, not like this. Joe goes straight. She was like this. She did this movement, you know. I was like,
it's
wow.
interesting.
Yeah, I was like, because she was rocking, so it was really good, you know. And when you met someone outside, of course they're not doing it like this. I don't know, more free, you know. But they used to have some rule in Japan, like straight and you know the posture, the gesture more. So I mean, it's a little bit like he said, kibishi, I think, for them. I mean, you want someone free. You want to feel the real woman who you're talking to, you know. And like we said before, after be more closer, maybe she's gonna be more chill, more relaxed.
Yeah.
It's everybody. And when you're going outside, it's like the image.
Oh,
it's the same everywhere,
it's
but
so interesting.
It's the same everywhere, but more important in Japan, the image, I think. When you live in Japan, you want something different, but when you come as a tourist, you're like, oh wow, it's beautiful, you know. So I don't know what to think is good or bad for real, because this is kind of Japanese culture, you know. But I think the people who have to give them opinion is women, of course, because it's about you, you know. As a foreigner, as a man, I love some kind of gesture of women. Some of just I don't like to, you know.
It's too much pride.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes too much. Sometimes it's good. It's beautiful, you know, because it's Japanese.
Yeah.
The smiling, you know, the gesture. It's beautiful. It's proud.
Yeah. Like more like be friendly.
Exactly.
Like, it's too much pride to be like. We feel like the world kind of like
trying to be every time cute for everything, you know. Just be yourself. You don't like it, just say you don't like it, you know. You don't have to be kawaii for everything, you know, because this is everywhere. Women have to be cute because it's a little bit our fault. You don't think so?
No.
The fault of
I can do nothing.
No, I mean, as a woman, what do you think?
I think, in my opinion, like it's kind of stereotype, like from like classic Japanese culture, like in all the time, like how to say, like being pride, do not be like so expressive, like being kind of so being pride. It's so beauty of Japanese women, like from my maybe like it's so ancient times. That's why like kind of like the Japanese older women, also like older people, like think like this is a good way to be woman. And, like we are kind of like taught it about like if you are woman, like you have to behave like this, you know, like do not like this, like this. It's like how to say, like it's the status of being good. You know, it's kind of stereotype, Japanese stereotype, I think.
You think so?
That's why we have to be kind of right in front of people. Yeah, I think like in all the time it's more and more stricter from now. Like it's kind of like how to say, like diversity, like we changing, but still like it's not all of people. It's kind of still remaining, but sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's kind of like feel like it's lazy.
Of course, we have different culture, but after all, we're all human.
Yeah.
Of course. Guys, sorry to say it, but this is the end of the video. But I really love this time. I mean, what do you think about it, about this video? I really love to asking and change our different, you know, opinion about Japanese culture, especially women. What do you think, you?
So my most impressive question is, how do you guys think about it, of fashion of Japanese women? Like I feel so happy because like you two like praise the Japanese women so like, you know, so Korean and beautiful. That's why like I feel like hard and confident.
If you enjoy spend this moment with us, don't forget to like the video. Okay, I'm gonna say subscribe, like, give us just tell us what you think about the different question in the comments. But be polite, of course. Don't forget to watch the other video if you do not see again the video of What Japan. Don't forget to see it, and see you for another time with Mio and Mika.
And Fafa.
See you guys. It's a little bit our fault.
I can do nothing.